Hey everyone! I've noticed that many of you are enjoying my content but haven't subscribed yet. Just a quick reminder that subscribing is absolutely free. If you like what I create and want to support me, please hit that subscribe button. It means the world to me and helps me keep bringing you the content you love. Thank you for being here. At a busy railway station in a bustling city, there lived a beggar. Each day, he survived by asking for alms from passengers traveling on the trains that stopped there. One day, while begging as usual, he noticed a tall, well-dressed man step onto the platform. The beggar thought, "This man looks very wealthy. If I ask him, he might give me a generous amount." He approached the man and held out his hand. The man looked at him calmly and said, "You always ask from others, but have you ever given anything to anyone?" The beggar replied, "Sir, I'm just a beggar. I have nothing to give. I only ask because I have no choice." The man responded, "If you can't give, then you have no right to ask. I'm a businessman, and I believe in give and take. If you offer me something, only then will I offer something in return." With that, the man boarded the train and left. The beggar sat in silence, the man's words echoing in his mind. Maybe I don't receive much because I never give anything back, but I'm just a beggar. What do I even have to give? For the next 2 days, the thought haunted him. He kept asking himself, what can I, a beggar, possibly offer in return? On the third day, sitting near the station, he noticed some flowers blooming nearby. An idea struck him. What if I give flowers to those who give me money? Excited by the thought, he picked a few flowers and boarded a train to beg. This time, for every coin he received, he offered a flower in return. To his surprise, people smiled and accepted the flowers with joy. They appreciated the gesture and some even kept the flowers carefully. From then on, the beggar made it a daily routine. Every morning, he would pluck fresh flowers and offer them in return for alms. He soon noticed something remarkable. More people started giving him money, but on the days he ran out of flowers, fewer hands reached into their pockets. One day, while begging on a train, he saw the same tall, well-dressed man again. The beggar rushed to him and said, "Today, I have something to give you. Please give me alms and in return, I'll give you these flowers." The man smiled, handed him some money, and accepted the flowers. He said, "Wonderful. You've become a businessman like me." As the train pulled away, the beggar stood on the platform. He looked up at the sky and shouted, "I'm not a beggar anymore, I'm a businessman. I can become rich." People around him started, some thinking he'd gone mad. But the beggar's heart was full of purpose. He was determined. Half a year has passed. At the same station, 2 well-dressed men were waiting for a train. One of them recognized the other and reached out for a handshake. "Do you recognize me?" the first man asked. "I don't think so," replied the second. The first man smiled and said, "We've met before. Twice. Don't you remember the beggar you once spoke to?" Surprised, the second man exclaimed, "Oh yes. You're the beggar I once refused to help and later, I bought flowers from you. But today, you're dressed so well. What are you doing now?" The man replied, "Yes, I was that beggar. But today, I'm a successful flower merchant. I'm heading to another city for business. You taught me a valuable lesson," he continued. "We only receive when we give. That simple rule changed my life. I realized I was never truly a beggar. I was always a businessman, but I didn't see myself that way. People weren't giving me charity. They were paying for the flowers I gave them. I used that money to grow my business. Now I run a large flower company all because of the lesson you shared." The 2 men smiled and continued their journey. This story teaches us a profound truth. The universal law of giving and receiving applies to all areas of life. Too often, we limit ourselves by believing we are unworthy or incapable, just like the beggar did. But real change begins with a shift in mindset. When we stop only taking and start giving, whether it's kindness, effort, or value, we create opportunities for growth. Success is not just about what others see in us, but what we see in ourselves. If we view ourselves as small or insignificant, the world will too. But if we believe in our potential and take action, the world responds in kind. The journey from beggar to businessman is not just a tale, it's a reminder. No dream is too big, and no situation is too hopeless, if you dare to think differently, act boldly, and believe in your ability to rise.